I've been spending a lot of time examining the driving forces behind my purchase decisions because I do believe the way you spend your money is a way of expressing your values, especially the way you spend the money that you don't need to spend on things like rent or paying for gas to drive from point A to B. Hey, I'm Adora. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited to have you here. I'm a journalist, but I'm also more than a journalist, and I am currently in the process of figuring out what that more is. I love topics like hair, religion, and deprogramming, so if you're into those topics as well, then let's get into it. And this particular video is about deprogramming. I've been realizing marketing is pretty good, and I'm not even totally against marketing, but I just think that there are some things and some ways of marketing that can be a little sinister, and I've been thinking about those things in particular, especially ways of marketing that impact me on a subconscious level that I don't even realize. And one of those things that I think has been impacting me subconsciously that has risen to the surface for me lately is the idea that you deserve this. How many ads have you seen that say, you deserve this, or whose message says, you should buy this product because you deserve to own it. You deserve to have this experience. You deserve to have this thing. You deserve to have this product. But I guess I'm starting to ask, do I actually deserve it? Do I deserve that sweater who someone on Instagram I really like is wearing and posted a link for? Do I deserve to get my nails done because I really like getting my nails done at the salon? Do I deserve to upgrade, let's say, to a more expensive hair care product? I'm not sure that I do. I like buying these things. I want to own these things. But I'm not sure that deserve is the right framing or language to put around some of these purchase decisions. If you can't tell by the examples I gave, I am such a sucker for beauty advertising specifically. I want to be beautiful. It's one of the transcendentals, and it's something I strive for. Sometimes I feel like if I make X purchase, then that will allow me to embody this idea of beauty. I realized about a quarter of the way through filming this that I had not plugged in my microphone. But I went back to listen, and it seems like the audio is still clear, so I will use that in the first part, but I am aiming to use microphones in the rest of the video. So anyway, let's get back to it. If you can't tell by the first examples I gave, I am a huge sucker for beauty advertising. And so I really started thinking about this concept of whether I deserve something the last time I was at my favorite nail salon in Chicago. Shout out to U&Co. They're the best. The last time I was there, I was paying for my manicure or pedicure, I don't remember which it was. And I saw a little sign they had, very innocuous, very innocent sign. And it said something like, eyebrow threading, X amount of money. Waxing, X amount of money. Pedicure, X amount of money. Because you deserve it, smiley face. And I just thought, dang, that message has gotten me so many times, and this is a way that I think, even though seeing that particular advertisement did not translate to me paying for eyebrow threading, waxing, or another pedicure, it is something that I've used to justify purchases before, and probably something that I'll continue doing unless I work not to, right? I realized that I spend most of my free money that's not allotted toward my savings or things that I have to purchase, like paying my bills. I spend most of my free money on things that are related to beauty or promise beauty. Every year I ask myself, what are my top 5 purchases for the year? And I realized that even though the highest number of purchases I make are in the beauty category when it comes to free money, the money that I'm most proud of having spent or that I feel is most worthwhile is never on things related to beauty. So that is interesting. Also, I think this you deserve it language is so successful but simultaneously so foul because the people using it know that we actually do deserve the ideal that they are portraying in the fantasy in the ad, right? So, like I said, beauty is a transcendental. Everyone has access to and or should have access to beauty. That is a right, I think. People deserve to have rest. That's what's being advertised a lot of the times. People deserve to have relaxation. People deserve to have community. So these are all very reasonable things to want, and the advertiser's role is to connect the product to that thing, although that thing might not actually directly lead to us getting that deeper desire that we have that is actually in fact quite good. So to get even deeper with it, I was thinking about a Bible passage, and side note, I'm Catholic, so I'll bring that up sometimes and share my own insights, but this is not really a channel directly geared toward religion. So I'm just letting you know that, but I am Catholic, so in order to share myself, got to share this part of myself that I was also thinking of. There's a parable in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verses 16 to 21, and it is about the rich man who is a fool. And I'm going to read you that passage, and I'll post it on the screen right here. And he told them a parable, saying, "The land of a rich man was very productive. And he began thinking to himself, saying, 'What shall I do, since I have no place to store my crops?' And he said, 'This is what I will do. I will tear down my barns and build larger ones, and I will store all my grain and my goods there. And I will say to myself, you have many goods stored up for many years to come. Relax, eat, and enjoy yourself.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your soul is demanded of you. And as for all that you have prepared, who will own it now? Such is the one who stores up treasure for himself and is not rich in relation to God.'" Ooh, folks, that one gets me, okay? In Catholic Mass, they go through some of the same readings during different years. It's called cycles A, B, and C. So anyway, whenever this is one of the gospel readings at Mass, I am quivering in my boots. I'm like, God help me. I love this story because it's so succinct and it very sharply declares that all this could disappear tomorrow. So all this jewelry that I want, all these clothes that I want, all these whatever things that I want or think that I deserve, I could not have access to them tomorrow. And what would I do then? So in thinking about this particular line of "you deserve this," I'm really trying to focus more on the things that actually make life meaningful and the things that I actually do deserve. Focusing on things like prayer, focusing on things like getting sunshine every day, going on walks, focusing on things like spending time with my husband, spending time with my family of origin. Those are all things that are really important to me and that actually make life so, so meaningful. Maybe life isn't only about acquiring the things that we deserve. Maybe it's about sharing and giving and creating and loving. So I'm wondering, have you fallen for this type of advertising before, this "you deserve this" line? What was the object in particular for you? And if you're someone who's overcome this sort of path to consumerism, then how did you do it? Leave a comment below. Talk to you later.